Howdy everyone. Today is Sunday, February 11th, 2018, and today we're going to play some more Railway Empire. Let's see if I push the right button here. Should show up. There you go. And let's fix this music. There we go. Alright, so from last time we played on Railway Empire, I was playing the Northern Passage scenario, which is this thing here, and I failed several times. There was one goal in the game where you had to get $800,000 in quarterly revenue in about 3 years, and I was like whining and complaining toward the end of the stream. Just I wasn't able to do it. I was starting to blame the game devs about it, and well, it turns out I was wrong. I played the scenario off stream on my own just to try a slightly different strategy, which I'll show you guys in a sec. And I managed to get through it. So for the rest of today, we're going to play, well, essentially the rest of the scenario. So what I'll do is I'll load the scenario. I'll show you around and see what I've changed, and I'll reload it again because I'll be wasting time. So. Yes, I was quite whiny on Wednesday. Okay, so just to confirm, I have achieved 800,000. Actually, you can probably look on the company menu here. Where is it? Quarterly report. I actually made 900k last quarter, and I actually have two quarters left to go, so about 6 months. So we actually got it in quite a little bit ahead of schedule there. Okay, so let me show you what I did. I initially started off with this, obviously this train. You remember last time I actually routed the track via this grain farm over here, and then moved it all the way to Billings. But instead what I did was I'll just build a straight track between Miles City, can't pronounce it right, to Billings, and then I'll build this sort of T intersection right here for the grain train. And actually for this line here, there's actually, well, initially I started off with 2 trains. One train actually went to Miles City and one train went to Billings. It was a dedicated train just to feed grain into these 2 cities. Eventually I did extend it to this dairy farm over here, so there's actually 2 trains on this line here. So yeah, so that's that. And then this part over here that connects the sugar and the moo-moos over here, that's relatively unchanged. It does feed into Billings. Billings is growing quite a bit. And then over here, we've extended to Gardner. We've done the same sort of thing with this logging camp. I've made a little T intersection. There's only 1 track here, because there's actually only 1 train on this line. It's just leaving the station right there. And then, yeah, no, I just basically I just kept on really aggressively expanding, because I got all that money coming in. So we're actually all the way to Salt Lake City. We've connected to these 2, corn farm and the cattle farm, past Idaho Falls. I even connected to the fruit over here. So yeah, no, that's how I manage it. I think it was just simply expanding very, very aggressively, and also this sort of different way of doing things. This formation allows the express trains to just take the shortest route between cities, but the freight trains can still get on there. I think I might eventually think about maybe having a more direct route for the freight trains, so they don't have to go through this weird T intersection thing. So, okay, so now we can do the rest of the scenario. I'm just going to take a look here. So the next goal is to build the attraction, a Yellowstone office in Gardner. That is if you recall, that is a city building, which you need 60,000 Gardner's actually really close to getting that 60,000, which when I loaded the game earlier, it actually got there on its own. So it might be just a case of just waiting. If we still can't get it, we can maybe feed in some other goods into there. So there's that goal. The rest of these goals are pretty fine. Like I've transport a total of 10,000 passengers. I've already got 4,000. Freight cars, I already got 1,500. So these should be no problem. We do have to connect to Spokane, which is, if you look on the map, actually way over here. And there's a couple ways we could go about this. We could connect Idaho Falls directly. If you look on the contour map, there is a...
Oh no! It looks like one of your trains has a problem.
Yeah, I've also forgotten to build supply towers on this fruit line here, so I'll do that when I reload the game. But yeah, there's a little pass that does go directly to Spokane. Missoula's kind of in a weird spot over there. There's also a couple other cities, Baker City and Nampa, so we could also build another line that goes around this way. And the reason I want to connect to cities is there is this next big goal. We need to achieve a quarterly revenue of 2 million just from transporting mail. So I think the rest of the game I'm going to be focusing on building express lines between as many cities as I can. And then also adding a couple freight lines here and there just to try to grow the cities. There is also way up here, we got Great Falls, which does have quite some nice industries over here we can connect up to. And we can actually connect the fruit line maybe up to there as well. So Baker City. Yeah, Fred, Baker City is over here. I'm not sure what you're questioning here. But in addition to that, there is an optional task. We need to connect to Kingman, who's also way down here. We can simply extend this line from Salt Lake City all the way down that way. Should have been Bakersville? Oh, I see what you mean, Fred. Okay. So that's pretty much the explanation. We're already in September, but I'm going to reload the game in a sec so we don't... Because I was just spending time trying to explain this. I think, actually, before we load, there's one other thing. In addition to making new express trains and new lines, I do want to fix this existing line from Miles City, Billings, Gardner, and Idaho Falls. Right now, all the freight and express trains... Actually, that's on a really good spot. We're definitely right over here. They all share the same track. And if we want to get... Since we want to try to get mail service... I don't want to buy that. I think we need to make in a dedicated express line probably next to this, so we can separate those trains. I've already got a few trains going down to Salt Lake City. There's sort of a see, there's already 4 tracks here. These 2 tracks on the left are probably going to be part of that express route. But yeah. Okay, I think it's a good time to reload the game, and we can start playing the rest of this scenario. So let's go back to... Wait a minute, where is July 1st? There it is. So yeah, I was actually pretty sad when when I failed this mission, because I saw the rest of the goals in this mission, and I was actually really looking forward to doing this part. So I'm actually pretty excited to get this going here. Okay, so right now I don't have enough money to really do very much. So maybe I will unpause the game a little bit. Can also check our research here. Yeah, I think I will try to get the Shay Class B. Because that is the... Actually, there's a Shay Class C over there, which is actually slightly faster. Maybe I should have gone that way. Okay, So, but now, yeah, now that I'm making like almost $1 million per quarter, like it's just gonna snowball again.
Oh no, it looks like one of your trains has a problem.
Okay, so let's build a supply tower here because I forgot when I was playing off stream. Let's put it right. Let's put it actually over here. I also actually started using some sorry, not engineers, but actual train personnel. I might stop doing that, but I did actually get a couple people here. There's a station master, which reduces the time. I'm not sure what exactly what she does, but this accountant over here really helped a lot because it decreases the purchase prices of new locomotives by 16%, which was very helpful. If you look in the price for, like, for example, the Baldwin 10-wheeler, it used to be about 62,000. Now it's actually down to 53,000. It's pretty good. This, I think that decision really allowed me to just get trains up and running really quickly. If I didn't have that, I may have had some more difficulty trying to get to those goals. So right now, the thing is, I'm not entirely sure whether... I'm waiting for the money to roll in a little bit. I'm not sure which to work on first. Like, making this express line, I mean, will take a lot of money, but it'll also disrupt a lot of things about the trains right now. So I'm actually gonna maybe think about maybe just extending to another city or something. Actually, let's go. I want to just double check something at Idaho Falls. I also need to check... Oh, one thing I need to check is can I build additional stations, because I've kind of built these stations in the middle of the city, which is actually kind of a bad idea because now I can't build extra stations here. So Idaho Falls is not cooperating there. Gardiner. Okay, Gardiner I can build... Well, it really depends because I'm gonna have to upgrade that station. If I upgrade it, I might not have enough space there. And Billings is interesting because I also want to connect up to those vegetables at some point. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna keep pausing the game a little bit. We've got a few years for the Gardiner thing. I'm actually waiting for Gardiner to... You can see it's growing a little bit on its own. So... Oh yes, Pine says in chat, vegetables like broccoli. Yes, Pine. I forgot to mention to you earlier, but I was looking after every stream. I get to see a sort of a summary of the viewers. It's called a stream summary. And I looked on Wednesday, and you could very much tell what happened to the viewership after I played the broccoli video. It was like, you know, pretty high, you know, like 10, 12 viewers or something. And then after I played the broccoli video in the break, it just dipped down to like 5. So I'm not going to put solely the blame on that because I was also starting to whine about the scenario toward the second half of the stream, but yeah, no, I'm not going to do that again. It scared away the viewers, I think. Okay, there we go. Gardiner just grew. So now here's my problem. Because I want to actually... I think I want to move that station over a little bit. And then have another station over here. There are trains that are coming from Salt Lake City, and I want to have them on their own track, you know, probably their own station. And I do want a large station on this side for both freight and express trains in both directions, so that's going to require 4 tracks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait. Hopefully I'm going to see there's maybe a gap. The train's in the way right now. What is this one? It's an express train. Pine says -10 friendship. Well, I'm just saying like it is. Like that's what the stream summary said. It's not my fault that nobody liked your broccoli video. Yeah, I did play it. I could have just said no. No, don't random break down there. God, stupid train. Shoot. Okay, I think I might have to do something like this. I'm just going to see if there's any incoming trains coming this way. I don't see any, but I'm just gonna block it off. Oh, second marker must be on the same track. Okay. I just don't want any other further trains coming in and ruining my mojo. Pine says, yeah, right. I mean, later, Pine, I can show you the stream summary later, and you can see the dip yourself. Like, I can give you a screenshot of it. But it was very, very distinct, I have to say. Again, it's not. I'm not saying it's all the fault of the video. It's probably because of me also whinging and complaining about the scenario. But okay, now it's. Oh, Jesus! Stupid train. Billings cannot be. But you can. There's a track there. I don't know why it stops. I guess maybe it detects. Oh, I can't get back to Billings on the way back, so I'm just gonna stop cooperating. Okay, so I'm actually gonna blow up this whole station. It's also gonna blow up the maintenance yard, unfortunately, but that's fine. And we're gonna rebuild it. We're gonna build it over here. Maybe, yeah, maybe toward the edge of the city here. And that'll give us enough space for another station. Let's blow up this track, and let's reconnect this quickly. Yeah, so what I think I'm gonna do is... these two tracks on the right will be freight, and the other two tracks on the left will be express, because looking over here, just planning ahead, between Miles City and Billings, we can actually leave this existing track here just for the freight, because it already has this connection to the Stewart Preserve there. And then we can just build an express track parallel to it on the left-hand side. I'll have to... Billings is going to be interesting because I have to rework everything there again, but... Oh, so let's blow up... Let's at least... Okay, let's wait for that train to go. There we go. And we will rebuild this track here. Okay. So that looks good. Now, so right now all the Salt Lake City trains are also on this same track. I'm gonna build another station. Red says, no need to be so hard on yourself, Frumps. I'm not being hard on myself. I'm just saying I don't think it's fair to take, for the Broccoli song to take 100% of the blame. I mean, yeah, TCTC was here toward the end of the stream too, and he thought I could, he believed I could do better, essentially. Okay, so we're gonna build a regular train station there. I think what I'm gonna do, we'll start off, let's see. I wonder if I have enough money to maybe build that track. We also have this Idaho Falls problem here, which I don't think we can build. I think I tried this earlier already. Yeah, there's no way we can build a second station. We might have to move this station over, but our competitor has made it a little difficult, I have to say. Let's see. We have this thing. Just So we have 4 tracks at Idaho Falls. I'm just trying to count up what we need here. We have this line for the fruit. I probably want to extend the express train line maybe further, or maybe not. Maybe I'll just have 2 lines. Maybe this, because this line's already long enough, going all the way through Idaho Falls. So maybe we'll start another line, but we're already using all tracks here, and we also have all these freight services down here, so that's gonna be an issue. Jacob says, how much is this game? 40 to 50, 40 pounds or $50, LD says. In Canadian, it's about $45. It is, yeah, it is. There's content in this game, but I don't think it justifies the current price. Even on pre-order, it was about 10% off, and still it was about 45 Canadiers. So let's see, can I get another innovation? No, I think we'll wait for this design, the 300 points there. Okay. So if I move this, so I'm just thinking in my head how many platforms we'll need at Idaho Falls. So we have any express train? I guess the express train could just continue. We also could have separate lines to Spokane as well. Let's think about this. Gonna count here. Probably have 1 direct train to Spokane. So that's 1 platform. That's probably going to be an express train, because there's no other industries. Not really too many industries of interest over here. So 1 to Spokane. And then maybe another track for trains around to Nampa and Baker City. So that's 2. Okay, then. So I'm just counting that way. Express and freight trains to Great Falls, that's like 4 already. And then express and freight trains to, on this main line to Miles City, that's 6. And then express and freight trains, okay. So it sounds like we kind of just need, yeah, we need 2 large stations if we can try to do it. So I'm gonna see how viable that is. The problem is there's just so many trains really running in and out right now, making it kind of difficult to put trains in. Yeah, see, there's already trains waiting here too. Okay, let's start off by, I'm gonna cut off this portion here, so at least these trains won't come in, though it says object in use. That's very annoying. Can I blow it up now? There we go. And then we have to, okay, no, crap, that train's coming in. Shoot. Yeah, the one thing I don't like about this game, you cannot, I wish there was a way to tell your trains to just stop. Because if I want to make any changes, I have to essentially just destroy track, and then that causes it basically makes them confused. They start freaking out saying, I can't get over there. You know, I don't know how to get there anymore. I'm a dumb train. So, yeah. Oh Jesus, look at all these trains coming in here. Too many trains. So I'm not even sure if I can even move this station. Actually, can I just blow it up right now? Object in use. I think this train's coming in, and then there's this thing. Yeah, there's a bit of a problem here because this track goes over to Salt Lake City, but it's also it's sharing the track with the main line over here. So I definitely want to clean this up. But, oh, Jesus, all these trains. Oh, now 3 trains waiting here. Hey, TCTC. Is that what trains sound like, Pine says? Well, in this game, yeah. They are not very smart. Not very smart, yes. Fred says, "You've caused great confusion and delay," says the fat controller. I do know what that reference is. Yeah, that controller certainly was fat. Back in a day when calling people fat was not quite as offensive as, or considered quite as offensive. Okay, can I blow it up now? There we go. Okay, so I got this. Oh dear. I hope this was another mistake here. Okay, so I'm going to see if I can sneak this one. So we don't need at least 2 tracks to Salt Lake City. I'm gonna try to leave open 2 tracks on this side though. Actually, I could even move it further. I also need to make enough space for 2 large stations, which I'm not even sure this is. Actually, let's move it way over here. Let's see if it likes this.
Well, I wouldn't have built that station here.
Yeah, crap. Okay, then a problem here is I really do not like how this game just constrains all your stations to this really small green circle. I think it should be larger. I just really want to... I'm trying to get 2 large stations here, but apparently that wasn't enough. So I have to blow this up again and waste 200,000, which is stupid. Okay, maybe I should have saved the game here. Yeah, let me save the game. I should have done that before. Let's try building it way over here.
What? Another station? That's not a nice sight.
Why can't I build another one? A maximum... Oh, shit. Shit. Okay, never mind. I just... Oh. So it is a... The message in the bottom... Can I do the autosave maybe? I can probably cheat here a little bit. When's the autosave? October 1st. Oh, October 1st. Okay, good. I'll just load that one. I wonder if actually it has my... Okay, it still has my Gardner station, so that's good. But there is a maximum of 2 stations in a city. And lo and behold, the second station belongs to my stupid competitor over here. So... Can't really do anything much about that. Jacob says, sometimes I need to reflect upon myself and ask, have I been a very useful engine? Yeah. I'm gonna guess that's also from another Thomas quote, I guess. Okay. So we have a problem. We have to deal with just having this station.
Oh, it looks like one of your trains has a problem.
Oh, be quiet. Which train? This one? Why is this one? That one is, why is this one screwed up? Stewart preserved in Miles City. There is a maintenance building here, I think. Oh, there isn't. Whoops. Sure, I'll build one. Actually, I just realized that line doesn't have a maintenance building at all, so that train actually never got maintenance ever. Okay, so let's think about this again. Idaho Falls, we are stuck with 4 platforms because our competitor is an ass. Let's take a look here. We have this track over here for the main line in Salt Lake City. And then freight trains are coming into here. on their own. Yeah, this is turning into a mess. Okay, let's go back to Gardner and maybe think about this. So, Salt Lake City. I'm trying to think. I think for all the trains that are heading into Gardner, I want basically this station on the left here is going to be our through traffic for our main line. This station on the right will be for trains terminating at Gardner. So there's not going to be any tracks going further than that. I think I'll start off. I'm thinking maybe I should build another track parallel on the right-hand side here. And then the Salt Lake City trains, not just the Salt Lake City trains, but also this wood train here. Actually, probably just that wood train would also go on that. So... Fred says, someone's car alarm is going off and it's annoying. You're not talking about on stream though, right? Because I don't hear anything. Or are you just commenting on your space? Okay, let's... I actually want to see where is the Salt Lake train. This is Miles City to Billings. Okay. I think that one's Salt Lake City to Stevens is... Actually, where are you going? Okay, you're going to Idaho Falls. And there's the wood train. Okay, I see. Maybe I should have intercepted that train first before I did anything. Fred says no in my neighborhood. Okay. Well, it happens. Okay, I'm gonna wait. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait for this wood train to go back to this logging camp. This wood train actually does. Oh, what? Why is it? Oh, whoops. Okay, I have to fix something. Whoopsie doozy. So because I blew up the original Gardner station, all the trains are not stopping at Gardner anymore. That's why it's actually dying a little bit. So let's fix that right now. Shit, I hate when it does this. Okay, so this, let's go back to, I look up these trains here. We have five trains, 5 freight trains, 5 express trains, and what we want to do, yeah, we need to add Gardner back in. So Gardner I, it's called, or Gardner 1. And then add Gardner again. Like that. So copy that rail line, save exit, and we'll have to go into here and paste it all over again. And let's see, 4. I think I might have missed one already. Also, there's one thing you should, you're not aware. Don't try to copy the passenger, the freight itineraries onto passenger trains, because it'll also copy the loading part as well. So I made this mistake off stream where I tried copying a freight itinerary onto a passenger train, and the passenger train tried to take a freight load and it went very slowly. So be careful. So for this, I actually have to edit the express line as well. So let's add Gardner back in here. Okay, go. Copy rail line, save exit, and we'll do the same thing again. And then we also have to fix the Salt Lake City trains and the wood train as well. Okay, so that's the main line. Where's the wood train right now? Okay, so it's over here. I might, actually, I think it will still share this track because we don't have enough platforms at Idaho Falls. So, yeah, let's blow up these two tracks here. And then this track over here, definitely we're going to blow that one up. If I can. Okay. Alright, now we're going to connect up our track. I put in 2 platforms at Gardner because there are also express trains on this line. Why is it doing that? Stop. So I want to have a separate platform for those as well. So let's build this parallel to this. Okay, so this track will go... Oh gee, there's so many trains here. How'd this work? I guess I could do something like that. And then it would eventually switch over. That might be okay to do. And then we'll put this track over... Actually, this is a oncoming train. I'm gonna redo this whole T intersection. It's a little weird. It's a little bit funny looking. There we go. And then I can actually redo this little loop here. So we'll do like this. So that's the southbound track. Now we need a northbound track. I guess I have to do... It's a little bit nasty for... It's a little bit nasty that we have to share all this track, though. Okay, whatever. So, I'll do this for now. I guess we can fix this later, I guess. We got lots of money rolling in. So I'll start off with this northbound track. And this will head into the other station. I'm just going to build a couple switches here for both the express and the freight train. Okay. Now let's connect up our wood train. We only need 1 wood train. I don't think there's a need for a second one. So there's only need for a very simple switch like this. And then we also need switchovers, which they're actually on these other tracks here, but we can get rid of those. We can also remove the signals as well. By the way, I'm actually... Are you guys actually following what I'm trying to do here? Because it is kind of confusing. You need me to explain it a bit better, I can certainly try to do so. But yeah, this new line I'm building is just for... I'm separating my main line from the Salt Lake City trains and this wood train here. Okay, so now... Probably need a couple signals here, I think. And definitely signals here. Fred says, I have no idea what you're doing besides building stuff. Okay. So what I'm trying to do, you see I've built this separate station. There are a couple trains that go down to Salt Lake City. And I'm trying to separate that traffic from the main line, which is on this, which is in this new station over here. So I'm trying to just get them out of the way so the main line can work a little better. Let's put in signals here. And those trains are going to Salt Lake City. They're freight trains and express trains too, so that's what I'm trying to do here. But yeah, it can't. It's a little confusing because there's just so many tracks I'm dealing with here. Oh, actually, there's a track here I don't need. Get rid of this one. Make sure I don't misclick and delete the whole damn track. Okay, now we can remove... Why can't I remove this signal? Come on. It's probably because of the train in the way. Okay, now we have to reconnect Salt Lake City. So it's going to come in here onto that track. And then this one's gonna come here. And probably on this track here, if I can actually switch onto it. I don't know if that's a... That might be too tight of an angle. Maybe move it back a little bit. There we go. And now we need some switches to get the train over there. I'm gonna try doing that. Doesn't seem to like that though. Nope. So basically this track down here to Salt Lake City, it's also a two-way track. Hence why I put those signals in. There we go. This is going to be a two-way... Yeah, this track right here is going to... I mean, trains are going to go on both directions here. I'm not sure if that's exactly what I want to do here. Idaho Falls is going to become a really nasty bottleneck pretty soon, I think, so I don't know what I can really do about it. And this is... that's a one-way track. That should not be a one-way track. There are trains coming from Salt Lake City. Yeah, there we go. Should I make another... I'm wondering if I should try doubling this track here to Salt Lake City. Like this little curve here. Might not make a difference. We can always redo that later. Okay, signals. I'm gonna add a couple more signals here. There's a switch there. I'm not sure why that's there. Move that signal. Get rid of this signal too. Actually, a lot of these signals we can probably remove. Okay, now we need to fix up these Salt Lake trains, because some of them are actually still pointing to the old, non-existent... Actually, I don't think they even go to Gardner, because we blew up the old station there. So we have this train to Idaho Falls. Invalid rail line. Oh, this one actually doesn't go anywhere. Yeah, because we blew up Gardner. So we just tell it to go to Gardner 2. There we go. And then, okay, that's the freight train. This one, there should be a freight train somewhere here that's not valid. That one's okay, because that one's heading to Idaho Falls. That's no problem. I think there is one other one that's not... Yeah, this one here. So it's missing Gardner in the middle there. There we go. So basically I have two freight trains. So one freight train's going from Idaho Falls, this grain farm, and then Salt Lake City. Another grain train, or freight train's going from Gardner to this grain farm, and then Salt Lake City. So it's actually, they all can kind of merge into this sort of T intersection here, and along this line. So they both feed into this grain farm. And that should, those trains will feed grain to basically all three of these cities. And this is the express from Salt Lake to Idaho. That one's... I don't think that one needs to be touched. Oh, let's go get our upgrade here. Let's double check here. Okay, so now... Oh, and now we have to fix our wood train. Where did that one go? Wood train. There it is. So right now it's only going to Idaho Falls, but we're gonna add this part back in. So now it'll... Oh, also, I think... Yeah, I'm told this train to also not load anything from Gardner or Idaho Falls. The reason for that is the game will actually try, or the train will actually try to load like meat and cloth for Gardner, even though it'll stop at the wood, the logging camp here. And that means no wood will actually get loaded. So that's why the train, when it exits out of either of these cities, it should be empty. So that's why I've set the itinerary up like that. There it goes. So it's loaded up on wood. I'm gonna rename these stations. They're a little bit misnamed. Oh, a maintenance building here. Gardner North? Gardner Central. And of course there's... I don't know why there's a character limit on stations. That is kind of stupid. Gardner South. I don't know. Is that north and south? I don't know. I guess it is. It's hard to tell. It's kind of like northwest and southeast. Right there. I'm gonna build a maintenance building on this end too. So both of those have maintenance buildings. Take a look at our... Yeah, so our revenue for mail has kind of gone down. Idaho Falls, now biggest city. Okay. Which kind of makes sense, it is. A lot of things are going into there. Okay, I'm going to save one more time. I think I'm going to go... I'm just going to go by the goals here, and let's connect up to Spokane. Yeah, we're going to have to think of some way of fitting it in that line into here, though, which is going to be hilarious. And also connecting to Spokane is going to be quite annoying. I think I might wait until we get maybe about $1 million before we try to do that. Or I can maybe try connecting up a different line. Maybe we can start connecting up down to Kingman. Actually, maybe this might not be a bad idea because there's a corn farm in between Milford and Kingman, which would be great to serve both those lines. And we can also maybe expand Salt Lake City Station a little bit. I could make it I could extend the whole express line all the way down there, maybe. But the thing is, again, there's actually 2 express trains. One's going to Idaho Falls, the other one's going to Gardner. Hey Zambi. Thanks for coming by on the stream. I'm just trying to explain what I'm doing, but apparently I'm confusing people. We're back on this Northern Passage mission. I did actually get the 800k goal, which was confounding me from last stream. I'm trying to do the rest of the mission now. Yeah, I'm just trying to think here. I think... Yeah, we're gonna expand. Let's expand Salt Lake City. Definitely. And what I'm gonna do is... I'm gonna leave this... Yeah, we're gonna leave these 2 express trains here. And Salt Lake City will be another hub. I'll have another express train, or line, I guess, and a freight line as well. Go down to Kingman there. So for that, we're going to need to move some things over. Actually, is there any... Okay, there is cotton there. There's that cotton line. So I need to do... I think I'll just keep that one separate for now, actually. So I'm going to remove it and put it toward the end here. Actually, I'm going to remove this whole track. And build like so. And then we have the two middle tracks we can use for freight, I guess. So let's see, Salt Lake City has beer. Milford has a brewery as well. There isn't much freight need for a freight train, I think, along this. At least between Milford and Salt Lake, so I might just get away with having just a single, or a single double track, doesn't make any sense, but just a two-way track here. No, but between Milford and Kingman, I'm thinking... Oh, there's actually grain farms over here, too. There's actually quite a lot of things. I'm thinking... Yeah, there's definitely going to be a separation between those two things. So let's start off. I'm going to build a regular train station in Milford. Let me build it off center a little bit.
Considering that decision.
I'm going to ignore the corn farm for now. I'm just going to build the express track first. And I will put another regular train station at Kingman. Make sure I try to... The terrain over here is a little bit nasty. Gonna have to find a good spot. Okay, so I have to connect to Milford first, which is stupid. Alright, so let's see. Actually, I'm gonna cheat a little bit and use... I'm just gonna go parallel to this track so I can share the water tower, and then we can... Actually, maybe... I'm gonna move this water tower a little bit. Oh, oh, why is it in use? Are you stopping there? No, you're not. Where the... That is very weird. Why is it in use? The train's not even using it. That is really dumb. Sometimes this game actually says things are in use, but really they're not, and I don't understand why. I'm actually move the track a little bit back a bit. I'm trying to avoid this hill on the right side of Thomas Manor here. I'm going to go... Okay, yeah, that's a bit of a cliff there. We're going to go... Okay, there's also some inclines in this area, which are a little bit annoying. I mean, alternatively, I could go through Thomas Manor and then take a... Maybe that might be a better idea. Though, this is actually the more direct route. So I'm just trying to avoid building bridges, so just putting a lot of waypoints all over the place. That looks pretty good. There is a 9% incline here, but I don't think you can really do very much about that unless unless I went the whole way around that hill. Okay, let's build that. Then let's double track that. Again, I don't see a... Well, actually, now that I think about it, Salt Lake City does have a cloth factory, which I guess maybe Milford... Does Milford actually accept cloth? Not yet, but potentially in the future. I think I will... Let's build a double track from that platform. We could use that for any future freight trains, maybe. Okay. Oh, whoops. I should have connected this. Yep, oh yes, I'm building track. I'm trying to beat my competitors here. build. Oh, this thing is not cooperating. There we go. Okay, so now we're in Milford. Now we can connect. We have about 300,000. I think. Hopefully we should be able to get this. So again, I'm going to avoid the corn farm. Or maybe I should just build that station. So I can just go through it. I could... I'm actually... I really kind of want to quadruple this track too. Just to have a dedicated... So, yeah. 2 express train, 2 express lines, and 2 freight lines. Let's see, if I do... Let's put their switches in first, maybe. No, actually... Let's do this. I kind of don't want the freight trains... Okay, so I'm going to do this. The express train is gonna be on this track completely. On these 2 tracks. I'm actually going to maybe... I should have maybe turned Milford around. It's actually on the wrong side. Oh, don't blow up the whole thing. I have a large train station here. I'm wasting money left, right, and center, unfortunately.
It's worth reconsidering that decision.
Oh, come on, don't... Why don't you want me to build there? There we go. Oh, hey gods, no worries about being late. I'm just building my own little system here. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna overspend here, and we're just we're gonna make this one. I'm just I have this habit of just trying to make this right. Because I didn't get a chance to do this, or at least this line at least that we're building. We didn't get a chance to build it on the original line in near Miles City and Billings. So that's why I'm getting the habit of trying to build. It also makes sense to build this. I guess the reason why I'm building it like this right now is if I wanted to change it later on, it's going to be a pain in the ass to do it because, again, you can't tell trains to stop. You can't. It doesn't really allow you to make changes on the fly. Okay. Well, there goes all my money. I'm not going to build any trains yet, but at least we have the. So what I'm doing is this 3rd track over here on the left. That's all going to be express trains. This train, this 2nd track over here is all going to be freight. Because the freight trains are going to start diverting, at the very least, to these 2 corn and grain farms. Maybe the fruit, I'm not sure how to deal with that one. But yeah, I'm going to try to... Oh, salt. Okay, that's... Can't really do that bonus right now. I'm going to add some signals right now. In other news, while I'm building these signals, I was talking with some of the regulars on the stream, and some of you do know about this. I have finally ordered, or at least got a request to an artist on the site called Fiverr, where you can basically hire you can probably pretty much hire any sort of service there, but there are people there who do Twitch emotes, and for a fairly cheap price, I'd say. And I finally put in an order yesterday, and we'll see how that goes. They haven't responded yet since it is a weekend, so basically I've ordered 3 subscriber emotes. Because again, as a Twitch affiliate, you get 3 emotes at 1 at each sub level. So there will be one at the regular sub level at $4.99, and then another one at $9.99 and $24.99. Yeah, gods, I went with the Kong Vector guy in the end. There were actually several differing opinions from the people I asked, but I eventually went with him since he was... it's actually a team of designers, not just one person. So there could be some variation there. But they do a lot of their work examples are, I mean, most Twitch emotes are kind of cartoony, so it's usually a picture of the person or the avatar that the streamer has. So it's like a person. But for my emotes, what I decided is the subscriber emote's going to be the first level subscriber emote is going to be a hype train. It'll be a high speed train, probably a blue and white color. And then the other emotes will be a diesel train and a steam train. The high-speed train emote will be the hype train, so it will have a little word on the bottom right that says hype, because that's usually something that a lot of viewers do when the stream is just starting, because to get people excited about the stream. The other ones won't have any text at the moment. And also I also kind of doubt people will go for those sub-levels. They're kind of rare, even for even large streamers. Twitch hasn't done a really good job, in my opinion, of putting in a good incentive to get those sub-levels. I mean, I guess the streamer can work with those and try to put their own benefits in there. But yeah, no, just an extra emote doesn't seem like a really good value for that. Oh, Gods. Gods asked, do you get a choice in your emote prefix, or is that set by Twitch? It is set by Twitch, unfortunately. I can't change it. And the prefix is actually not... Unfortunately, it's not just FRUMP or frump. They added an L to it, so it's going to be FRUMPL, and then whatever the name of the emote is. So that's unfortunate. Unfortunately, I don't think there's a way to change it. Maybe if I ever get partner, but yeah, that's probably a long ways off. Okay, what's this? Lewis Ranch near Grand Junction. Where is this? I don't know where this is. I'm not gonna buy that if I don't even know where that is. Okay, I'm a little concerned maybe I'm actually losing money here. Okay, what is my, check our quarterly report. Ooh, actually we're down to 680. Cause I haven't really done any aggressive expansion except for this, thing to Milford, which I better get going on. I could also maybe take out a bond and just build it. I think I could probably afford it at this point. So I'm going to put our supply tower there. That's going to feed our cotton train and our little main line down to Kingman. Yeah, I think I'll probably go with hype instead of high speed, because it has to be the emote has to be also easy to type, and hype is, I mean, it's kind of a play on high speed because it is, hype speed. Some way. Stop selling me your crap. I don't want it. Jesus. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can get another bond. Oh, I can actually pay this one off right now. And then I think it actually gives me larger bonds that I can actually take out, which I'm gonna do at least for that one. Okay. Let's start off. Did I build a station in Kingman yet? No, I haven't. We only need a regular train station, because one for the freight trains and one for the express trains. And now it should allow me to build it since I've connected to Milford. Now it's a matter of navigating these hills, which are going to be interesting. Let's try to go around this little hill. Again, this is the express train, so actually, let's see here. How much will... I'm gonna put the station for the corn in first, maybe. Actually, it kind of makes more sense if I build it. Actually, no, I think this is a... I could build it on this side or build it over here, but there are hills in both ways. I guess this might be better. I do want to move the freight train over to the grain farm as well at some point. Okay, so the express train or express line is not going to go near. Well, it's not gonna stop at the corn farm, so it's just gonna pass by. This might be a good spot for a bridge, but oh, actually, if we want a bridge, I think this river over here is definitely a spot where we need a bridge. That's a pretty steep cliff, actually. Okay, I'm gonna go with the incline here. Oh, that is nasty. It's a nasty incline. Can I fit in through here, maybe? Yeah, that's a tight squeeze there. All right, now we get to the edge of this canyon, and then we make a leap across like that, I guess. Huh. Okay, so I'm only spending 100K basically on this bridge here.
You have now also expanded your rail network into the south.
Yes, I have. Okay, now we need to double this track up, and we'll start adding in those express trains. Go through this little canyon. We do get a discount for that bridge, so you can see there's a parallel track discount there. We don't have to spend that much again for that bridge. I do hope these inclines, though, are not gonna be too painful. Okay, there's something wrong somewhere on this track. I think it's... yeah, this switchback here. Of course it is. Okay, I'm gonna add the signals in. You can use the power of the control key to do the rest of them there. Nice. All right. Let's add a couple supply towers. Probably one nearby this station here. Let's do that one there. And probably one on this side somewhere. Let's do it right over here. Salt Lake City already has a... I think it already has a maintenance yard. Let me just double check. Pretty sure it has a double. Okay, it does have a maintenance yard. Okay, I'm actually going to... let's set up the line. We're actually going to start in Kingman. And set that up. Passengers and mail only. And because it's on its own dedicated line, I hope it'll get the... oh, do I want this? No, probably not. It should be able to get the express train designation, which is also another of our optional tasks. We need 5 express trains at the same time. TCTC says, I was on the phone. Is the hype train real? Well, hopefully. I've ordered emotes for that. Hopefully, they say it's going to take about a week for them to finish those emoticons, so hopefully by the end of next week, or I guess it would be this week, we'll see that and see what they come up with. And even then, after I get the emotes, I have to submit them to Twitch for approval, and I've heard that that takes, you know, as few as a couple days to as long as a few weeks. So it really depends on how lucky I get. Like Fred says, what does it look like as a train riding through a storm? I've seen trains actually they actually stop because of bad weather. It's another way for trains to essentially kind of like a breakdown. So, yeah. Let's hire some of these guys. I think, yeah, we got a couple conductors here. And let's see, I want to see where my first express train is. Kingman Milford Express. Actually, I should probably rename this guy. Express. Where's that storm? And this one also we can rename to Milford Express 1. And now we can go here. The conductors are pretty useful because they, well, they basically give you more revenue. Actually, this one has 15%. That's a pretty good one. And we can also add a few of these guys here, so we can add an engineer. And also, actually I've got a few more stokers here. Though unfortunately, because of the personalities, if they're in conflict, you'll see a big red arrow here, and I think there's a possibility the train will actually stop because they're fighting with each other. So this one's okay. They seem to be okay with each other there. But yeah, definitely this person I can't add on to that one. Clone another one here. And for this train, I'm trying to choose the ones that are not assigned. So this guy's not assigned. And then we click these. Yeah, so we still can't choose her. Can choose that person. There are no other engineers we can hire right now. Yeah. These personnel, when I was actually starting up this game to try to get past that 800k, I think they were fairly useful. Well, definitely this account was very useful because reducing the oh, it's actually 16% now. Reducing the locomotive purchase prices is very, very handy. Okay, the Shay B is unlocked, but I'm not sure if I should. I actually can't get him right now because I haven't unlocked enough upgrades. Oh, we're definitely going to get this thing. This is, yeah, flying mail. Oh, it's this, it's where you put your mail on those bags, on those little pedestals, or little ropes there, and the train doesn't have to stop, it'll just grab it on the way. That's pretty cool. We'll definitely get that for our goal. Okay. Okay, now, let's see. We have 3 freight express trains on this route. I think we can add a 4th. I'm gonna clone one more. And now we can also... I have to also... Oh, shoot, I have to build... Crap, I forgot something. Crap, I forgot something. Ah, shit. Shit. Okay. I totally forgot something. I forgot to build the Yellowstone office in Gardner. And Gardner actually just decided, oh, I'm gonna... Oh, what's that? Oh. It actually grew less in the time. Uh-oh, okay, let me save the game, because I'm a little... Oopsie. Okay, so Gardner is having some issues. I wonder if... I'm just going to see what other things it can accept. Okay, so it does accept fruit. So I'm going to see if I can maybe divert some fruit trains into Gardner. Maybe that'll help it grow a little bit. The weird part of this, though, is right now our main line is on these two tracks. I eventually want the express trains on these two tracks, but if we have the freight train coming in from the left here, they're gonna have to kind of use those tracks for a little bit. I think for now I'm gonna do that, since we haven't. Eventually we'll come back and redo all these tracks later, but I'm going to put in this track here. And they're going to have to somehow also merge with this track here. Would be interesting. Okay. And we can actually just use that platform. Actually, hold on. Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. So we'll extend this fruit line over here. Then we have to do some weird switchy business, I guess. Let's get rid of this signal here. Then I guess like this. Does that make sense? No. Hold on. I guess I should have built this switch first. And I know I can't even do that properly. Okay. Do this. Switch. Why is it? And then on this side I can switch. Oh, these switches are so finicky. Why? There we go. Finicky switches. Not my favorite. Okay. And now we have to redo the signals. Just gonna do it like that. Maybe a bit of this, maybe a bit of that. Yeah, that's gonna be a two-way section there. That's fine. Actually, even this signal could be moved up. I'm gonna add also another supply tower, maybe over here, because this is quite a long distance. Eventually we may consider extending this line also up to Great Falls, but I think my priority right now is, after we've connected to this south part here, well, we're gonna connect up to Spokane, because that goal is coming up on us as well. Okay, so there's our fruit line. Let's set up this track, freight only. Use the Baldwin 10-wheeler. So fruit's gonna get into Gardner. Okay. Now another thing we could give is vegetables, which we do have over here. Yes, it does include broccoli. But I was thinking maybe I should build a direct train bypassing Billings. Why is there an X on this thing? No suitable freight for this train available. Huh, that one just left empty there. But yeah, back to here. I think I'm gonna
meet up sometime for some tea and candy.
Oh, shut up. I'm gonna try to connect this vegetable farm up to this main line. But I somehow have to. I guess we can connect on this track here. Is there any way I can build another station? Oh, I can build another station in Buildings. Ooh. Okay, that makes it interesting. Because I want to build my express train there too. Okay, that's a good sign. I like seeing that. Okay, let's go to our vegetable farm. And we're basically going to go through this pass, and probably before this switch, if you look carefully at Billings, there's actually this third track right here is where all the grain, if you saw from the beginning of the mission, the grain and milk. This is basically a stopping place. So the trains will turn around here and go back out, and that'll keep it free from the mainline trains that are on these two tracks over here. So for the vegetables, I think potentially I could have another train stopping in Billings onto that little side track. But for the purposes of this, that's why I'm kind of building the switch back here. Okay, ooh, this hill's not... kinda nasty. Nasty hill. That's actually a pretty short line there. So yeah, once again, the sub emotes are coming. I'm actually kind of wondering, there are a few regulars here who are not subbed. If by getting those emotes, would that change? Would that change? Can make you consider subscribing at that point just to get those emotes? Just as a question to maybe like Pine or TCTC. Oops, actually I'm already at the station. Okay, so this part right over here is not great. I gotta find some other way of doing this. I guess I could just do something like this, I guess. Okay, let's build some signals. Why is that? Oh, that's a switch. Oh, geez. That's a terrible looking switch. Okay, so we have to get rid of this signal. Oh, come on. To wait for the train to go through. TCTC says, absolutely, although I have but one Twitch Prime to give, so I'd like to spread it around. That's fine. Totally understand that. Fred says, it's more of the fact that I can't put money in my card, blah, blah, blah. Rather than not purchasing it as I have enough money. Oh, I see. So it's mostly trying to get the funds in the right spot. Yeah, the same problem with the Minecraft server or the MRT server. There are a lot of people on there who would like to pay for supporter benefits. It's like only $10 Canadian. But the problem is they don't have they might be in a different country and they don't have access to PayPal or Stripe, which are the two providers we use.
You really should pay more attention to the maintenance of your locomotives.
What broke down again? What the hell? Why is she connecting up to there? That's annoying. Okay, let's get the flying mail. And let's set up a direct vegetable line to Gardner. So freight. Because Gardner does accept, yeah, both fruit and vegetables. I'm actually wondering, maybe there's some... Gardner might not be growing because it's actually lacking a few of the essential goods too. It was at 60,000 at one point. Could maybe try to solve this by adding a few more freight trains. Yeah, this train So that train is going... That's good. That's the Moo train. It's gonna grab some cattle. There's the vegetable train. Probably gonna clone one more of that. And maybe I'm gonna add one other vegetable train, but only to Billings. So this one will turn around at Billings. Yeah, I hope Gardner starts turning around. I don't know what's going on with that city. That's our wood train. And that one's passenger train. Yeah, I'm gonna add one more regular freight train on the main line. Maybe that'll help it a little bit. Here we go. It's gonna start in Miles City, unfortunately, but it will eventually get to Gardner. And I could actually add one more express train too, just to sort of balance it out. So there's now 12 trains, 6 freight and 6 express on this main line, in addition to all these other trains running around. Oh shoot, I also need to put in a track here for the vegetable train to turn around. So I'm going to do that quickly. Maybe like this. Just for now. There's actually some signals missing here. Actually, there's quite a few signals missing. Let's put a couple here. A couple there. Actually, there should be one over here too. Oh, I haven't signaled this part yet. Let's do that quickly. There we go. Again, this automatic signal placing tool it's not exactly perfect. Okay. Let's go check on the express trains down here. Nice. So, yeah. So you can see right now, actually 3 of the 4 are designated as express trains. That should help us get to our goal here. We can probably add another express line somewhere. Again, actually, that express train's making bank. Wow, 10,000. Oof, a lot of money there. That probably helped us. Oh yeah, we're up to 350,000 in our mail goal. Renewed panic on the financial markets. Oh no. Financing problems for railroads. The bank J. Cook and Company failed to place bonds for a second transcontinental railroad connection on the market and had to declare bankruptcy. Something I should be worried about here? Of my loan here. I could pay it off, maybe. Okay. Here's our wood train. I'm gonna see, does Gardner have enough wood? I'm not entirely sure. There's meat. Corn is not really readily accessible, so I'm not going to worry about too much about that. Same thing with grain. Actually, the actual grain is coming in from Salt Lake City. There's beer. No milk. And yeah, there's vegetables and stuff like that. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna clone this wood train. Okay, maybe that was a bad idea because... I'm not sure how much wood this this logging camp is making. I've only put one train so far, but that train I just cloned is only had a half load down to Idaho Falls. I could actually, now that I have 2 trains, I could actually make this train. Let's fix this one. Let's just make this one go to Gardner only. And then this wood train, we can make this one go to Idaho Falls only. So now there's going to be, now each, there's one train to Gardner and one train to Idaho. And we'll see how that works. That might maybe provide maybe a more consistent wood supply, which I think is causing, that's why Gardner was actually not growing, or actually shrinking. Okay, so on the subject of subscribers, so there, in addition to emotes, I'm also trying to think of other benefits. Usually a lot of the other benefits are kind of baked in, or you can set them up in Twitch. Some Twitch channels have, they have like sub-only chat, which is probably not a good idea for a channel of my size. They have like sub-only access to the VODs, which I don't think is also not a good idea. Though I wonder, maybe because I do try to always upload my streams to YouTube, so in a few days anyway, so that might be an incentive. There's some other things, like some streams have, like, I guess access to the Discord might be one of those sort of things. Yeah. If you guys have any ideas of additional benefits I can think of for subscribers, feel free to poke me about it. Oh, I forgot to build a supply tower. I am bad at this game. There we go. Okay. So, looks like Gardner is finally growing, so we'll wait for that to come back, then we'll build that office. Fred says ASMR requests? Oh no. To be honest, I was never, I never expected ASMR to be a thing that I would be doing, or people would request it. I mean, in some ways, it kind of means I should probably get a separate YouTube channel just for that. TCTC says after dark streams. What do you mean by that? What does that mean? After dark streams. Does that mean at a different time, or really literally after dark, as in I'm not sure if you're aware, but Twitch did release their new community guidelines, and it sounds like they're trying to put a stamp on that sort of, maybe not necessarily on that sort of content, but they're definitely paying attention to that. Pine says Frumpy plays 18+. You yeah, no, that's not going to be allowed on Twitch. No, trust me. No. I mean, I can mark my... No, it's not. No, you can't do that. Even if you mark your stream as mature content, you cannot play anything that has any sort of sexual content, or nudity, or extreme violence, yeah, or any sort of abuse. Yeah. So I know, Pine, that you are a pervert, but that'll basically, if I ever try to do that, that's gonna basically get me banned straight away. No. Okay. Wow, I'm getting so much money. This express train was a really good idea. Ooh, 11,000 from that first train. Though the express designation is kind of fluctuating on some of these trains. I'm not sure what's going on there. Okay. Let's see, Kingman. Oh wait, no. We're still waiting on Gardner. It's still growing. I guess with all this money, I could just build the line to Spokane right now and do that. I'm not sure if I should be connecting to these industries. There is... Let's take a look here. Yeah, there is a grain farm, a vegetable farm. There's a mountain in the way, though. this kind of implies I should probably just tunnel through it. I do have the money for that now. Got Baker City. Oh, my competitor got to Nampa before me. That's not good. There is a logging camp in the middle here, which is not that useful since we are providing wood to Idaho Falls from this logging camp down here. So, Fine says, you know exactly what I'm thinking about. And I'm saying, that's never gonna happen. I'm sorry. And Fred says, bad pine, bad, bad, bad. Yes, yes, bad pine. Bad. But I get what you're saying. Come on, this is a wholesome Christian stream. We only do wholesome, boring railroad constructing content here. And sometimes ASMR. Like, what did you expect? Okay, let's start with a regular train station in Spokane. I think I do want to maybe connect a tunnel to these two buildings at some point, but not quite yet. Let's do something like that. Pine says, you are so pure. Frumpkin, you are so pure, it hurts me. Am I pure? Are you sure? Am I ivory pure? 99.9999% pure? I mean, I don't know. Okay, let's build our line to Spokane. Spokane. I don't think anyone pronounces it as Spokane. Okay. And I'm gonna build the express line, I guess? Because there is wood there. Maybe that'll be a separate line. That's a lot of potholes here. Let's go here, and then here, and then that. No, that's a bridge. Nope. I don't want bridges. Bridges are bad. I'm gonna go on the right side of this logging camp if I can. Nope, don't do that. Ugh, these foothills are nasty. Okay, here we go. Now it flattens out a little bit. There we go. Let's build... Yeah, I think I'll take that second track there. Like that.
The east and west of this area are now covered by rail.
Oh, I could have just built a track there, then that would have gotten that goal. We're definitely not going to get the time bonus on this mission because I derped up and...
We should meet up sometime for some tea and candy.
Gardner's still at 57,000, okay. Fred says, you ought to play Kerbal Space Program. I want to see an attempt at you launching a good little green man into space. I have played Kerbal Space Program on my own. To be honest, I couldn't really get into it. It just... Like, even the tutorial where I was trying to do re-entry, my spaceship just blew up. I didn't know what else I could do about it. And for some reason that game doesn't really appeal to me. I mean, there's a lot of... maybe it's because there's just so many things to do. And if you saw our stream of Interplanetary on Friday, basically that game is pretty much a physics simulation too, and I am very bad at aiming things, especially when there's gravitational fields and other planets around. So, and also if I were to stream that, I kind of put it in the same sort of category as Factorio. It might be a nice game to play, but I'm not sure if it's a good game to stream, because it'll be mostly me trying to design a spaceship, waiting quite a few minutes to launch it, and then have it all collapse on me because I made a mistake and then the ship blows up in the very last minute. I don't think I would. I don't think that would be exciting. I don't think I would. I don't think I'd even have fun with that because that'd be so irritating, in my opinion. Mind you, I just blame myself because I suck at that game. Pine says, as far as the stream is concerned, you are wholesome PG-13. Are you? Well, well, sure, I guess. I mean, honestly, when I did Minecraft videos, again, the audience for those videos is a young age, so I do have to. I guess it's less so now because I do swear in these streams a lot, and I do curse, and I kind of wonder if that if that breaks people, some children's perceptions of who I am. In real life, I curse a lot because, and I'm the kind of person who, you've probably seen some studies where they say people who curse actually, they use it as it's a good way of just venting, and expressing frustration and annoyance at things. And I think I fully believe in that. I think it is good to swear. It's also kind of one of the reasons I don't fully ban swearing on the MRT server. I mean, if it's swearing and if it's excessive swearing or it's like directed at someone in a personal attack, then that's not okay. But it's good to swear once in a while, just to vent that out. And I mean, I get why some people who, you know, some parents and some kids are kind of like, oh, no swearing at all. Like, that's a big bad no-no. That's a big no-no. I get that, but no, I think you're missing. I think those people are kind of missing out on a lot of things if they try to censor themselves like that too much. Okay, there's our express line. Before I set this up, I think I want to build that, just a little freight line for our logging camp here. So I'm gonna put a little station on this side. So I got my express track on the right and then the freight tracks on the left here. Oh, this is actually going through a mountain. That's not great. Guess I'll have to... Okay, that's not great, because that's a bit of a steep hill there. I might have to maybe go around it like this. Try to gently go down the mountain like this. Okay. And I might as well double this track I have. I'm just swimming in money right now. It's fantastic. I should probably also consider maybe start buying some shares in Beatrix von Pump, the competitor, because the earlier I buy shares, the probably easier it'll be because her company is growing as well, and the value of her company might as well get those shares in now before she grows too fast. Okay, let's signal it up. Actually, let me put these two end signals in first. Let's double check. I'm just checking because sometimes this tool does miss out some signals. Like there's one right here. Okay, nice thing about this, we can share a supply tower near Spokane. So I can definitely put something maybe right before they divert away. Maybe right there. And then we can put in another supply. This is actually a long line. Yeah, let's put one over here. Fred says, oh, I never swear, but I do get hate built up inside of me often. Yeah. The thing is, it's not healthy to just keep that inside of you. I've been through that quite a lot, and it just festers up. Zambi says, the correlation of stress levels when studying and swearing are definitely a positive for me. You sound like a Zambi. You sound like a psychology professor. Pine says, "Ha, swearing in my first language, hell no, but in English, it's all over the place." Oh yeah. Okay, let's set up some lines. From Spokane. Woo woo to Idaho Falls. Again, we're sharing this track here, which does not please me. But we'll have to deal with that. So freight, no, actually passengers and mail only.
Let me show you how it's done.
No, don't show me anything. And we'll clone that train in a sec, but we're also going to set up our wood line to Spokane. And we'll probably add 2 of these trains. Use the Baldwin 10-wheeler. Zambi says, swearing is the only thing I can easily learn in foreign languages. Yep. There are certainly some very interesting swear words. And the fun thing about those is when you tell them to people that you don't like, they may not necessarily know what they mean, so you can just keep on saying them to them. Probably not necessarily nice thing to do, but... Yeah, Fred. Yeah, I totally get that. Yeah, it's not... I really do suggest you try to get someone to talk to about the things that bother you, I guess. Increases the number of new applicants. Sure, I guess I'll buy that. Not that I'd use... Actually, this might be useful to maybe make devalue the competitor's company.
Nice for you to win an auction as well. You might not have had any competition, but still.
Okay. I'm going to try to get the Shade Class B, and we can upgrade our freight locomotives. We do need one other upgrade. I think I'm going to get this... Let's get this passenger ticket price upgrade. And now when we get 200 points, we can get the Class B. Okay, so there's our... Oh, I need to keep on cloning this train. So clone that one. I think... Yeah, I'm pretty sure... I'm not going to put any freight trains on this line. This will be strictly express. So hopefully from just this line here, and the line that we have down to Kingman, I'm hoping that we'll be able to get enough express trains. We got 2. Looks like we're guaranteed at least 2 from this route here. Oh shit, what did my competitor do down here? What did you build? A tunnel. Okay. Okay, that's good because I still have the freight line to Milford here, so I should actually go maybe finish that at some point. Okay, also let's duplicate the logging train. It's actually coming back now. Gardner, oh Gardner dwindles. What? Crap, I think I missed my opportunity to... shit. Shit. I should have paid more attention to this. Okay, so we still have to the end of 1875 to do this, but... No, it looks like Gardner did grow up to 60,000 and I missed it again. And now it just went back down below. So we're just gonna have to wait. I'm gonna keep a better eye on this city so I can actually build the build that damn Yellowstone office. Pine says, ooh, write your thoughts in a journal and then burn it. 10 out of 10 satisfying. Or you can just keep it. I tried journaling when I was doing therapy last year. And I'm not going to say it was 100% helpful, but at least it was a good way of just kind of like taking my thoughts out of my brain and then just putting it somewhere else for a bit. Or at least having a way of better expressing what I felt or my thoughts, which is also pretty useful. What the hell is wrong with Gardner? Corn, wheat, wood is good, meat is good. Cloth is a bit. Fruit and veg. There's so much fruit and vegetables in this city, it's not funny.
It's incredible how many passengers you've already guided through.
Okay, we got that 10,000 goal. So that's no problem. Meat industry in Flagstaff. Yeah, it's kind of far away. I think no. It's near Kingman, but there's no, yeah, the closest cattle farm is way over there. Pine says I have a total of 10 years worth of journals. That's pretty cool, actually. Lately I've kind of stopped journaling because I feel like I've kind of done it all already. I don't think getting more, saying anything more in my journals is going to really help me at this point. Okay, so freight train. I mean, Kingman and Milford are growing a little bit, but I think we can definitely accelerate things by finishing this freight line. So I'm going to do that quickly right now. I'm going to go parallel to this, the express track. And connect up to Howard Farm. And we've already done this part to Salt Lake, so we're okay there. Have I signaled this one up? Yes, I have. So signals are there. Now we need to connect up to the grain farm. It's going to be interesting because I think there's some hills we have to avoid. So I'm going to put it, or sneak it right here. Okay, and let's see. Has the music been playing? Have you guys been hearing the music in the game? Because, I don't know, seems to be missing. I'm not sure what causes the game to start playing music. It's kind of mysterious. Let's build that part here. Yeah, there's no music right now. It seems very random. Okay, double check my options here. Yeah, audio is on. I think it was playing earlier, but I don't know how to trigger it. It's kind of annoying. The music is quite good in this game. Okay. Okay, this is gonna be a fun problem here. We've got, there's the bridge for the express trains, but for our freight trains, we've got a couple options. We can bridge over on the right side of this hill, or we could try maybe a sharper left turn and try to go on this side. I'm gonna try to maybe the right side. I'm gonna try to stick to this supply tower though. So maybe right here. And then, oof, that's a long bridge. I guess that's okay. Then I have to go around this hill. It's fun. Oh, there's a bridge there. Let's use our incline. It's at 11% incline there, though. A bridge there kind of makes more sense, actually, now that I think about it, because then I don't have to... Yeah, that's a steep incline for a freight train. Let's remove that. Yeah, that's a bit better. And why is that red? What the hell, game? Why you know like that? Why? Why? What? I think it doesn't like this S curve for some reason. I'm gonna have to try to cajole it into... Come on. Piece of crap. Okay. I can cheat a little bit. Maybe I can upgrade. Let's actually build a maintenance yard and expand the station. I can actually move this track over here. There we go. Yeah, I'm cheating a little bit here, but that's okay. I'm not going to build any other trains or other lines in the Kingman, so this will be the only one here. Fred says maybe there's some playlist it plays or something, then it runs out of music to play rather than restarting all the tracks. Maybe. I remember we were playing some of the campaign missions, and the music was playing throughout. I could, if you really guys want to, I could try reloading the game. I'll save it and reload. Maybe that'll fix it. Oh, Gardner grew. Okay, we have to rush over there and build our office. So let me go finish this line here. Okay. Let me go run to Gardner quickly. And please, I would like to buy Yellowstone office. I'm going to build it actually way over here.
Excited visitors across the entire country are rhapsodizing about the uniqueness of Yellowstone Park.
Rhapsodizing. That is a word. Rhapsody is a word, but I don't think I've ever heard it as a verb. That's an interesting word choice there. Okay, I'm gonna finish building this freight line, and then we'll try and reload the game so you guys can enjoy the music, because you guys are probably tired of hearing my voice and me just building this, so you need something else to entertain yourselves. Okay, let's build one more signal there. Now for this little section between the farm and the... what's the next? Oh, Milford, yeah. Why did it not build... oh, because there's a supply tower here. Okay. That's annoying. LD... oh, LD actually found the... what's the definition? According to Google, it is a verb. Rhapsodizing, speak or write about someone or something with great enthusiasm or delight. Interesting. Maybe I should use that word in more daily language, like, I would like to rhapsodize about you. Because you're cool. Though I don't think I'd be able to sing, because I don't like singing. Okay, line time. Line time. Choo-choo. All the trains to Salt Lake. Okay, and then go back. No, go to Salt Lake. There you go. Milford, Howard, Evans. Great. Add Loco, Baldwin 10-wheeler. We'll add a couple. Okay, I should also add a couple more onto the Spokane line, because that's important. Okay, is it already express? Oh good, one of them is an express. Let's add 2 more trains. This wood train I think is okay. I'm not sure if maybe a 3rd train on that line might be better, because it is quite a bit of a distance. No, I think 2 trains should be fine. Okay, cool. Check our mail. Okay, mail revenue is up to 430,000. Okay, just give me a sec to clone a few more trains and then we'll do the reloading thing. There's our freight train. Grabbing some grain. I'm going to try to spam this line as much as I can with freight trains.
Express trains allow for particularly fast travel, and you have many of them in operation.
Okay, so that completes all our optional tasks. That's excellent. And now all we have left is this goal of transporting 5,000 freight cars. That's no problem. We essentially have 11 years to get this goal, and then another 14, 15 years to just buy out our competitors. So we are pretty much smooth sailing, I think, from here on out. We do have to get some more express train lines up and running, I think. Oh, let's go get the Shea Class B.
Sweet. You have a new Enjoy.
And I'm going to... Where's my other... I keep cloning this. Actually, I should just go ahead and replace these. Actually, let's compare the Shay Class B first, because I want to see here. So 37 miles per hour. It's pretty good. Baldwin 10-wheel is pretty nice train. But if we compare it to the Shay... Yeah, reliability is actually down to 60, which I'm not... It has great acceleration and tractive power, but I'm not too happy with that reliability indicator there. But they essentially go at the same speed. I'm wondering maybe if I should just wait and get the Class C instead. Because the Class C looks like it's essentially a direct improvement on the Class B. So if I just wait a bit, get this upgrade and then that upgrade, that might be a better idea. Okay, let me just make sure we have enough freight trains here. I'm going to add one more. Okay, and let's save the game. And actually, how long have I been streaming right now? 2 hours? Okay, I think I'm going to take a little break, guys. This will be a very quick break. Maybe like 2 minutes or something. It'll also be good for the editors, which is me, because I'm the only editor. So yeah, just a quick 2-minute break. Go to the toilets or whatever, and I'll also reload the game in the meantime, and hopefully the music will be back by the time we get back. So, yep. So 2 minutes, and don't go anywhere.